Now, I'm just gonna start off by saying like I never do this. I never, ever, ever do this. I'm gonna show you guys how to make my playmaking slasher or slashing playmaker build. I never show people how to make my build ever. I don't know why I'm doing it now, but it's one of the most asked questions that I get as far as like why I made my build or how I made my build, or can you show me how to make your build and build video please, build video please. So I figure this year I'm gonna break from tradition, and I'm actually gonna show you guys how to make my build. Show you from start to finish. I'm gonna show you my build. I'm gonna show you the animations. Not gonna show you my jump shot, so don't think I'm gonna show you my jump shot. That's not gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. Don't ask me. I'm probably never gonna ever tell you what my jump shot is. That's not going to go down. But I will show you exactly how to make the build. I'll show you the reasonings and tell you the reasonings on why I did each thing. If I could go back, I might change some things, because I didn't know about the whole 95 to 99. You get 5 extra attributes added to your player based off of that, so I didn't know about that. But I think I did a pretty great job in making the build that I made. I'm really satisfied with the slash and playmaker build. I love the build. I think that it's got a little bit of everything. It's got enough of everything in this 2K to be successful in all levels of the game. So without further ado, I'm going to show you guys exactly what to do. First off, you got to make him point guard. My player is right-handed. If I could choose a jersey number, I would wear 13, but I have to wear 31 because I'm on the Lakers. And you pick whatever name you want, obviously. All right, when you get to this point right here, this is when you go down to your pie chart and you pick the pie chart with the most playmaking in it. And that's how you start off the build. Now, most people, they probably pick this pie chart with the 95, 95, 75 right here. That was not me. I went with this one right here. I went with the 94 speed, the 92 acceleration, the 88 vertical, and the 52 strength. I went with that one right there. That pie chart pretty much sums it up to where I wanted to be as far as a player. I didn't know about the whole gym thing yet or anything like that, so I didn't know about the +4s. I didn't know about anything. I just knew that I wanted to get my player eventually to this point right here, and I will show you where it ends up when we get to the actual like 99 process, because mine right now is a 99.9 overall. So I'll show you that, but this is the pie chart that I picked. So now it sets your potential. For the close shot, I went 86. For the driving layup, I went 88. For the dunk, I went 79. For the standing dunk, I went 35. For the post hook, I kept it at 29. I didn't think that I needed, any more finishing badges than 12. I pretty much figured out what I wanted when I did the demo. So that was my little test run. For the mid-range, I went 80. For the three-point, I went 75. Free throws, I went 85. Post hook, I went 65. Because I wanted 14 shooting badges. I knew what I wanted for shooting badges. I just didn't want to lose playmaking, and I wanted some defense in the build. So I figured 14 badges on the shooting would be enough. And I was exactly right for the way that I wanted to play the game. 14 shooting badges is more than enough to make sure that your build is able to shoot. Now, I will explain in a couple of minutes about why I put the shooting the way that I put it, but I'll leave that to the next part of the attribute process. Passing accuracy, I put that all the way to 95. Ball handling, I put all the way to 95. And post moves I put to 71, which would give me 29 playmaking badges. I know you guys are probably like, why didn't you go ahead and get the full 30? I was like, I figured I didn't need the whole 30. I mean, it just didn't feel right to have the whole 30. For one, I did out once again what badges I would need and how many I thought I was gonna need, and if I had to do it over again, I may have made less of post moves to put less playmaking badges on it, because you don't need a few of them. Like, some of them you really don't need. It's just extra overkill for what? And I could have put that somewhere else. I could have put more defense on the build, which, you know, I may have wanted to do, but I think I'm pretty happy with the build that I made. I'm really satisfied with it. I love the build. That's why you guys want to see, you know, exactly how it's made. So let's see if we can go to the defensive side of it. You get 35. You don't touch the interior defense. The perimeter defense, you put that on 75. The lateral quickness, you put that on 74. The steals, you put that on 73. And the blocks, you put that on 58. That right there is exactly how you make my build attribute wise. I wanted the 12 finishing. I wanted the 14 shooting. I wanted 29 playmaking. I wish I could have squeezed out one more defensive badge, but I was like, I could do without it, because, you know, as a point guard, you're not really going to be drawing the toughest assignment on defense if you're playing pro-am every night. Now, if you're on the park scene and that's your thing and you like to play park all the time, I like to dabble in park. I play park a lot, but I'm more of a rec pro-am type player, so I knew I wouldn't be guarding the toughest assignment every single game. Sometimes I may get switched on to them, and that's why I put the 5 defensive badges up there, because you're going to want to have clamps on goals if you're going to be guarding certain things. So that's what I put on when I'm out in the park. I put clamps on goals so I'm able to stay in front of certain people and bother them a little bit. You know, then you still have two defensive badges to, you know, put somewhere else if you want to. But this is where it gets to the good part, as far as, you know, putting your height and your weight onto the player. This is what made the player for me. This is what really put me in a situation where, like, okay, I could really put this to use. Now, I knew I wanted to have a built player, so I put built. Whatever the build is, I don't think really matters, but, you know, it may matter. I don't know. I wanted something that was able to move some people out the way, and that was important for me. Now, my height, I went with 6'4". I know a lot of people went with that 6'5". A lot of people went with that 6'5", and I'll show you why I didn't go 6'5". See, 6'4", you get the one down on your layups. Wasn't really concerned about that. You get the one extra attribute for dunking. You get that at 6'5" as well, but you lose a mid-range. You lose a mid-range at 6'5". You lose lateral quickness. You lose a steal. You gain 11 blocks. Now, it would have been nice to have that, but you also lose speed. You also lose speed at. You lose a lot of speed for me, personally, at 6'5", when you do that. And speed kills. Speed kills. I'm just going to let you know that right there. You didn't lose any three-pointer. That was important to me, not losing any three-pointer at 6'5". At 6'6", you just lose way too much in the build. You lose way too much. Now, I knew at 6'4", I was going to get the extra dunk attribute. I was going to get extra interior defense that you really don't need. I was going to get 6 extra block, which is important for me. That is very important for me, to have that 6 extra block. I like to block shots. Now, I knew, you know, you're not going to block. You're not going to be a world beater at 64, but you're going to get some blocks, and I get some blocks. On big men's, I get blocks. On jump shots, I get blocks. So that helps me a lot as a player to be able to get blocked. For my weight, I went 185. The reason I went 185 is I get that lateral quickness that I lost. I get the lateral quickness back that I lost for going to 6'4". So you get that back. You also get a little bit more acceleration, which wasn't really important to me at that point in time period. But, you know, we'll get to now. Here's the most important thing. The most important attribute right here is your wingspan for this build. You know you're not going to be a world beater on defense, so there's no way you're going to put your wingspan up here. That'd just be completely dumb. You get your three-pointer down and your mid-range down. Nobody's going to do that at this build. I put mines on 77.9. This is the reason in putting it on 77.9. In every single 2K, In every single 2K. I'm going to say it again one more time. In every single 2K. And I just lost blocking for that in steal, but I still get blocks. I knew putting the blocking up I would get some blocks, but in every single 2K, 77 three-pointer is the benchmark for being able to hit three-pointers at a consistent rate. At consistent, not sharpshooter consistent, but consistent. I have never in any 2K had over a 77 three-pointer until last year when I had the play sharp that I got to 99, the second player. That was the only time I've ever had shooting badges of that caliber. That's the only time I've ever had a three-pointer over 77 on any player. I've never had a three-pointer that high. So I knew I could get away with being a 77 three-pointer and grinning consistently enough for my liking. Now, I shoot way better than I thought I would ever shoot in this 2K. For me, this is the easiest shooting 2K I think there has ever been. For me, personally. But next to 15, this is probably the easiest shooting 2K. And people are having so much problems with the shooting, and I don't understand it. But this right here is the reason why I put my wingspan here, is for the 77 three-pointer. I knew if I could make a build that could have slashing in it, defending in it, and playmaking in it, I can get away with a 77 three-pointer and be just as good shooting as anybody else in the game. So that was my most important stat. That was my most important attribute. I was like, okay, I know I can get the playmaking. I know I can get the slashing. I know I can get a decent amount of defense. But is the shooting going to get me that 77 three-pointer that normally is the benchmark in 2K? In 16, it was the benchmark. 17, it was the benchmark. 18, it was the benchmark. Because you remember I had a damn pure point forward. It was like a 76, 77 three-pointer. I think mine went to 77. I got it there to 77. And you see how consistent they shoot. I figured 2K would keep the same formula, 77 be the benchmark. And I proved to be right. Because trust me, I can shoot. And then you get the +5 onto your joint, and it actually becomes an 82 three-pointer. I'm going to show you the end game stats at the end of the video so you can see what the heck is going on. Then I put playmaking takeover on them. I put playmaking takeover on the build, and it just, wow, it took it to another level. You know what I'm saying? It took it to another level with that playmaking takeover. I get a lot of ankle breakers. The passing, your big men can hit shots. The passing's faster. The dimer is automatic on it, so you don't really need that. I mean, it just makes the build something different. So when you make the build and you complete the build, it becomes this: Isaiah Thomas, Kyrie Irving, Steph Curry. Now you see this? A slashing playmaker is compared to Stephen Curry when you're done, and Kyrie Irving. Isaiah Thomas, I mean, which Isaiah Thomas are we talking about here? But you look at the two, Kyrie Irving and Steph Curry, they're known for throwing that thing up. Like, they can shoot that thing. So I was like, okay, I made the right build, because if I could shoot that thing and drive that thing, oh man, that's a crazy ass build right there. That's nutty. Shoot that thing, drive that thing, dribble that thing. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. If you guys appreciated the build video and you guys want me to actually show you the animations that I use on the player, and want me to actually show you, the badges on the player and things of that nature, make sure that you give this video a like. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, and we'll make sure that I put out the actual video with the badges, all the badges that I use for shooting, finishing, everything, all the animations except for my jump shot. I will not give you guys my jump shot. I know you guys want my jump shot, and I will not give that up. I love this jump shot, I love all my jump shots. I feel like everybody should have their own jump shot and get their own feel for a jump shot. And y'all may not know, I take like 1,000 jump shots a night to make sure that my jump shot is as good as it can be. And yeah, appreciate you guys. I hope that you guys enjoy the build. If you guys make the build, let me know if you guys make the build, so I can actually, see how the build is working for you and all of that. And I would love to know you guys' results. Send a picture to me on Twitter, Instagram, something, so I can see what's going on. But as you can see, the build is perfect for me. I love it. The jump shot is perfect. The shooting is perfect. I never thought that I'd be able to get an 80-something three-pointer on an 82 three-pointer on a build that has slashing, or be compared to a Stephen Curry. I never thought that would happen, and that's why I love the build. So I appreciate you guys. I wish you guys nothing but joy in your days, and enjoy everything in your life. Enjoy your family. Spend some time with them, and peace and blessings to everybody, man. God bless.